Órale. Alright, what's up, familia? Welcome inside the big week. Hope you guys are doing good. Keep in between the lines. Got your load secure. Ah, man, it's a long day today, man. It's a long day today, and I'm feeling the weight of it. On the real, I am feeling the weight of the day, man. I've kind of been dragging a little bit, like, shoot. No pressure. I mean, it's not like I'm really in a rush to do anything, but just when I think about it, it's like, damn, man. Kind of just want to go home already. You know, I wasn't home last night. I was out on the road, and I was hoping to get home a little early for, like I said, for no real reason. Just feeling a little tired, man. That's all. But got a few hours. Got a few hours, man, to still go. I'm out here in, where the hell am I at? I'm in RSM, Rancho Santa Margarita. That's where I'm at. Rancho Santa Margarita. Out here in South Orange County. So I gotta wait a little bit. Then I gotta go hit a dock. And then I got one more spot I gotta go hit. But that's not till a little bit later. And then I'll be able to start making my way home. You know. But yeah, man. Yeah. After Father's Day, dog. Father's Day weekend was it was cool. I spent Father's Day with my sons on Saturday. And Sunday I spent it solo. I went to the ball game, to the Dodger game with my homie. And then I went ahead and head back home and just kicked it, dog. And Monday I had it off. But nah, I don't really want to get into that. I was having this conversation with somebody about Father's Day, right? What's up, Anthony? Where you at? I'm over here in Rancho Santa Margarita, dog. Right? Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm in Rancho Santa Margarita. It's over here like South Orange County. And I still got some time, man. I still got some time. I can't hit the dock quite yet. I'll be hitting the dock, I don't know, like in about 30 minutes. And then I still got to go to Tustin. I got to go to Tustin. I'm going to go hit a dock over there. And then I'll be able to head out. And damn, man. I'm a little tired. I've been up since 2 in the morning. I didn't make it home last night, so I'm ready to go home, dog. Ready to go home, man. Anyway, let me go ahead. Let me play this video right here. This is a woman speaking about, or there's a woman talking to single moms about Father's Day, right? Let's check it out.
When I was pregnant, I bought into the hype that I needed to celebrate both Mother's Day and Father's Day. Truthfully, because I was very upset, angry, and bitter about my twin's dad walking out. But the other thing was is that I was terrified and afraid of what it would mean for me to be a single mom. And so I went into overdrive and decided that I needed to celebrate both Mother's Day and Father's Day.
All right, man. I don't know if her nose is stuffy or if she just naturally sounds like that, but she sounds like all stuffed up. She needs to blow her nose, or I don't know. Maybe she just naturally sounds like that.
And so I went into overdrive and decided that I needed to celebrate both Mother's Day and Father's Day because I felt the pressure of having to be mom and dad. But here's what I learned. One, I can't be mom and dad. I'm just mom. So I'm going to be the best mom I can be. Two, admit the hurt, right? Admit that I'm feeling like the way I am. And that's okay, right? Because it pointed me to the areas where I needed to heal. And three, find something to celebrate. Because as I began to celebrate dads, as I began to celebrate others, my joy began to come back.
Hmm. You know, I'm glad, dog. I'm glad that there's women talking about this. I'm glad. Because when dudes talk about it, women get indignant, right? So I'm glad there's women talking about this. And I like what she said. When she stopped doing that and she just started celebrating other dads, that's when her happiness started kicking in. When she wasn't taking credit for being mom and dad, she just said she's mom and that's it. And on Father's Day, just get credit to dads out there. And she realized that that's when her happiness started kicking in. I'm glad there's women speaking about this, man. Go to the chat there and throw some female rolas and Hawaiian carnal. Shoot, I'm trying, dog. I'm trying, man. It won't be till another few hours. It won't be till another few hours. But when it comes to this, I'm glad I'm seeing. Now, I don't know this to be true, dog, but at least for me personally, I'm seeing more women talk like this. So, at least with my experience, I'm seeing more women talk about this. So, I'm glad for that because for the longest time, that wasn't the case. At least I never saw it. I always saw, and not only that, what's the worst, dog, is when dudes, Holmes, when dudes do it. When vatos are the ones doing it. And I'm like, good gosh, homie. Good gosh. Said hi. Vamos see a rato, Cholo. Bounce. Freedom Dia. Be safe out there, carnal. All right, Anthony. Big ups to you, homie. What's up, Derek? You on the dating apps now? Man, hell no, man. Heck no. I ain't on no damn dating apps. Heck no. I have not gone on a date. I have not. Nah, childless, dog. Childless, man. No dating. Um, I'm not on any dating apps. I'm not on any. Nah, screw that. Damn all that, Holmes. Damn all that. Let's see. Cheers, Cholo. Hey, what's up, Andrew? I will. Do people actually find, I guess, what I would say, love on dating apps? Like, do they really find that person, the one that they marry and stay together with forever? I'm not talking about they got together, it was serious, and 4 years later it was over. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about they really got together, they settled down, and that was it for the rest of their lives. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm asking the question. Does anybody know anybody like that with, one of these dating apps? But then again, when I think about it, it's like, because I don't date, Holmes. I'm not out there dating or anything like damn all that, Holmes. But I guess with phones and social media and all that stuff, like what else do people go? I mean, if you're not into drinking and going out to bars and things of that sort, um, I'm not even really sure how one will, put themselves out there to date outside of dating apps. I mean, I guess you just kind of just go out and just be observant. I guess. I'm not even really sure, dog, but yeah, nah, screw that, homie. I don't do no dating apps. Love doesn't exist. Mainly lust. Mm, okay. Well, hold on. I do believe love does exist, but I think most people are finding lust and not love. And then after the lust kind of dies out, they've already been with the person for quite a long time, and now they just kind of used to the person, and that's it. They're not really in love with the person. They're just used to having the person around. Look, I'll tell you guys this, man. I know quite a few. Hold on. Okay. I know quite a few relationships, right? I know a couple people that have been in long relationships, right? Like over 20 years. And you can say like, oh wow, you know what? Like, look, they've been together for whatever 22 years or whatever, right? It's like, wow, that's an accomplishment that should be celebrated. But knowing the relationship, me myself personally, I'm like, damn, that Holmes, I wouldn't want that relationship. Chales, there's no love in that relationship. Just because people stick together for a long time. I know when people hear like, wow, they've been together for 25 years, 30 years, and they're like, wow, hey, what's the secret? Thinking that everything is hunky-dory. And when I say that, I don't mean that like everything's great, but hey, what's the secret? I remember I used to have Zoom meetings. I don't know if I should call them meetings, but well, Zoom conversations with vatos that were in relationships that didn't want to be in the relationship anymore. And a lot of these dudes were like grandfathers. A lot of these dudes were married for well over 30 years. And they're like, man, they've been wanting out, but they just don't want to break up the family. And even though their kids are older, they have grandkids. They don't want to be the bad guy. They don't want to split family around. And it's like, okay, well, now the grandkids have to go over there to visit grandma and have to come over here to visit grandpa. And now what are we doing on holidays? And now some people don't. Some people just stay together because they just get used to one another. They just get used to having the other person around, but not so much because they actually love the person. Now, it'd be great. It's great when there's a relationship out there where they actually love one another, right? Doesn't mean everything's all great all the time. But most relationships that I see, that I come across, I'm not saying all. I'm not saying all. I'm just saying most that I come across, man, when I really look at them and start observing them, I'm like, yeah, no. Nah, dog, there's not that much love here. It's either one person loves the other, where usually it's the woman that loves the man, or just loves the fact that she's in a relationship for so long that it makes her feel good that other women come up to her and say, hey, what's the secret? And look, man, some people fall in love with that kind of stuff. Some people fall in love with that kind of stuff. Some people like the fact that others come up to them and ask them what the secret is in the relationship and things of that sort. And usually that's women. There's not that many dudes that really go to other vatos asking them relationship advice. But for the most part, when you hear a relationship's been together for 20, 30 plus years, a lot of times it's the woman that says, hey, what's the relationship? And the woman that's been in the relationship for that long, she likes that. She likes the fact that other women are asking her, hey, what's the secret? And sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, not even taking into consideration, is like, hey, does your man even really love you, or is he just still here because he doesn't want he doesn't want to lose everything he worked for, or he just doesn't want to break up the family. I mean, without even taking time to look at the relationship, like, okay, is there actual really love here? I remember talking to this one dude, right? He was in his 60s. And I remember he told me, he said, like, man, that he cringes. He cringes inside every time somebody asks them, what's the secret? Because his lady, who he doesn't want to be with anymore, um, she gets all perky. She gets all perky and wants to answer the questions and likes to answer the questions. And he himself inside is dying, like, man. And then he told me, he's all like, hey, you want to know what the secret is? I'm like, what's the secret? He's all, just don't get divorced. I mean, that's the only real secret. That's the only real secret. And I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah, a lot of sad relationships out there. And it may be happy one-sided, but the other side may not be that happy. And just because they've been together for decades, it's yeah, man. There are some relationships that I look at and I'm like, yeah, nah, dog, I'm good. I'm good. You guys may have that longevity, but damn that. Damn all that. Let me see here. You're right. It's out of convenience. Sometimes, unfortunately, it's out of convenience. Yeah. Unfortunately, at times, it's it's tough, dog. It's tough going through a breakup. It's tough, especially if you guys are married, especially if you guys live together, especially if you guys have grown a life together, especially if you guys got kids. Holy smokes, dog. You band all that stuff together, it's rough, man. It's rough, and it just doesn't take 1 year to clear everything up. It's gonna be quite a few years. And I tell dog, I don't understand about those, dog, on the real. Let me lower the window a little bit. I don't understand dudes that get out of a relationship and, like, 6 months later they're dating some other chick. They're getting ready to settle down with some other broad. It's like, homie, what are you doing, dog? What are you doing? Like, what you left, ending the other relationship, like, that wound hasn't even healed. And I'm not talking about how you feel about her. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm just talking about getting your life together. Everything getting situated. I mean, you may not feel anything for her anymore. That's fine. That's okay. It's one of the reasons the relationship's over, right? But nonetheless, man, you gotta spend some time on your own. Get your life right. Learn how to live just by yourself. You spent so much time living with somebody else. Man, have some time just for you. And if you have kids with the other person, man, I really recommend you don't get into another relationship right away. Because that's going to make it really, really, really tough. Just stay single, Cholo. I mean, I've been single for a few years now. I don't have any desire to settle down. But when I say that, and there's the problem with the title of single, right? The title with single, especially for a vato, dog, especially for a dude, Holmes, for a guy, the title single people start thinking that you're living life like a party animal, that you're living life like Charlie from Two and a Half Men. Like, oh, the single life, eh? So, okay, Holmes, that means you're going out to bars and clubs and you're over here with this hyena, over there with that hyena. You must have, just your phone filled with a bunch of hyenas and stuff. It's like, nah, that's why I never put out there, Holmes. I never put it out there like that. Because then everybody starts thinking that that's what you're doing. And it's like, nah, dog. Screw all that. Let's see. A married couple just live together, but they both mess around with their. Ah, dog. Hey, Andrew. Yeah, man. Yeah, homie. And that's sad, dog. That is sad, Holmes. Um, yeah. Yeah, I know a few couples, man. I know a few couples. I know a homie or two that, is always getting a side chick, dog. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Now they've been together for many years, and whenever anybody meets them, it's like, hey, how long you been together? Oh, 25 years. Oh, wow. What's the secret? Well, I mean, do you really want to know? Longevity doesn't mean, it's all great. So, so yeah, man. But as far as like being single and everything, that's that's a title that I don't really like too much for that reason, man. Is that everybody starts thinking that you're partying, that you're out there, you're putting yourself out there, and it's like, man, Holmes, I know there are some dudes out there doing that, and the thing when it comes to ladies, right? Especially the ones that love to say that they're single, that they're happy single. There's certain. I'll tell you guys this, man, before I wrap it up, okay? The hyenas that come across, right? That it's getting hot in here. All right. The hyenas that come across that love putting it out there that they're single and happy, they're actually not happy. They can find happy moments, but they actually really would like to have a man in their life. The women that are single and never like to mention that they're single, those are the ones that you're going to find that they're actually happy in life. Like if you go to some chick's profile or something and she likes to put on there that she's single and happy, the fact that she puts she's single already lets you know that she's not happy being single. That she is out there fishing a little bit. That she would prefer having a man in her life. I find that maybe that's the case with Matos too, dog. I'm not even really sure. But the ones that consistently keep on putting it out there on how single and happy they are. Single and happy, single and happy, single and happy. You'll find out, man. You start to scratch their surface a little bit. Just scratch their surface a little bit. You'll find out, they're not really that happy. They just want you to think that they're that happy being single, but they really want someone else in their life. Let's see. I'm not single. I'm just working on myself. What's up, Jesus M? So, all right, let me see. Anyway, I'm not even really sure how we got into all that because I was really talking about this video right here. Let me play it again because Father's Day just passed.
When I was pregnant, I bought into the hype that I needed to celebrate both Mother's Day and Father's Day. Truthfully,
she bought into the hype. You guys heard that? She bought into the hype that she needed to celebrate both Mother's Day and Father's Day. Okay? Because she's a single mom. Watch out.
I was pregnant, I bought into the hype that I needed to celebrate both Mother's Day and Father's Day. Truthfully, because I was very upset, angry, and bitter about my twin's dad walking out. But the other
Her twins dad, so she had twins, dog. Damn, that's a double whammy. Okay, so just the way she's admitting right here, she says she was bitter and angry the fact that he left. Let's rewind just a little bit. She said truthfully because she was very upset that he took off.
because I was very upset, angry, and bitter about my twin's dad walking out. But the other thing was is that I was terrified and afraid of what it would mean for me to be a single mom. And so I went into overdrive and decided that I needed to celebrate both Mother's Day and Father's Day because I felt the pressure of having to be mom and dad. But here's what I learned. One, I can't be mom and dad. I'm just mom. So I'm going
I'm so glad she said that. God bless this woman. God bless this woman. I've been saying this for years, dog. For years. Sound like Bo Hurley when he was talking to Hawks, been ducking me for years. I've been saying that for years. No one parent can be both parents. A woman cannot be mother and father. A father cannot be father and mother. No one parent can be both parents.
Father's Day because I felt the pressure of having to be mom and dad. But here's what I learned. One,
She felt the pressure of having to be both mom and dad.
of having to be mom and dad. But here's what I learned. One, I can't be mom and dad. I'm just
God bless that woman. God bless that woman. I want her to say it again.
But here's what I learned. One, I can't be mom and dad. I'm just mom. So I'm going to be the best mom I can be. Two, admit the hurt, right? Admit that I'm feeling like the way I am. And that's okay, right? Because it pointed me to the areas where I needed to heal. And three, find something to celebrate. Because as I began to celebrate dads, as I began to celebrate others, my joy began to come back.
You hear that? She says she started to celebrate dads. She started to celebrate dads. She stopped celebrating herself. She realized it was the pain and the hurt. And I run into women like this. I run into single women, dog, that want to celebrate Father's Day and give the props to themselves or to other single moms. And reality, everybody, scratch their surface. You're going to find a lot of anger inside of them. You're going to find, and this woman, she's pulling back the covers. She's saying, yes, that's what it is. There's some pain, there's some hurt. She's upset. And you can't heal. But when she started healing, what did she start doing? She said she cannot be mom and dad. So she just focused on being the best mom that she can be and started celebrating other dads.
I needed to heal. And three, find something to celebrate. Because as I began to celebrate dads, as I began to celebrate others, my joy began to come back.
As she started to celebrate dads, others, her joy started to come back. God bless this woman, dog. God bless this woman. Somebody go send her a bouquet of flowers or something. All right, let me log back on now. All right, anyway, I got to get up out of here. It's time for me to go hit the dock. Damn, I still got quite a few hours. Gosh darn it, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm just not feeling up to it today. Son of a bastard, Holmes. Like I said, I wasn't home last night. I didn't make it home last night. I had to stay out on the road. Then I woke up this morning and I'm like, I feel all right. And probably, I don't know, probably somewhere around like 4:30ish in the morning. As I was coming back from Nevada, I was like, man, I don't know, dog. I'm just not feeling it. And I knew I had a long day ahead of me. So, all right. Either way, let's go finish it. All right, pues. All right, man. Hey, you guys be good. I'll catch you guys on another one.